take you to Arkansas. A story there has gotten little national attention, but some are calling a big setback for civil rights. In Arkansas, it will soon be illegal for cities to enact discrimination protections for the LGBT community. The bill is called the Intrastate Commerce Improvement Act. Republican Governor Asa Hutchinson says he's not going to sign it, he's not going to veto it, and without doing anything, the bill will become law on its own. We called Hutchinson's office and received a statement that says, in part, the governor wants to prevent, quote, burdensome regulations while remaining concerned about the loss of local control. Joining me now from Little Rock is Andrew DeMillo, the Arkansas Capitol correspondent for the Associated Press. Thanks for being with me this morning.
Thanks for having me.
One thing this bill reminded me of is kind of SB 1060 in Arizona, where we saw businesses, you know, Apple, Chase, airlines say they're not going to go do business there if your state makes these kinds of laws. Is there any similarity here?
We haven't seen business groups saying that yet. Part of the argument that sponsors had made for SB 202 here in Arkansas is they had argued that not having this uniformity of discrimination ordinances across the state would be a deterrent to businesses moving here. One of the problems with that, though, is that the sponsor of it hasn't really named any specific businesses that have not moved to Arkansas because of a lack of uniformity in these ordinances.
And so what would this, I mean, what's it intended to do?
What it'll effectively do is bar any city from adding any protections for the lesbian, gay, or bisexual community, because it bans them from going beyond what's spelled out in state law. State law does not offer protections based on sexual orientation or gender identity, and this is really in response to, there was a city last year, Fayetteville in northwest Arkansas, had passed an ordinance that extended those protections to sexual orientation, gender identity. That measure ultimately was repealed by voters, but this was an effort to try to prevent other cities from following Fayetteville's path.
Andrew DeMillo of the Associated Press, thank you for being with me. You're going to be keeping a close watch on this story. Appreciate your time.